Hey there, Ignite. Um, this isn't a planned time for a broadcast. This is just I was watching something on YouTube today, and it stirred in me some emotion, and it dawned on me that one of the bigger challenges to sort of major changes in life is that often we don't have the emotional equipment, the training, the skill to know how to process it. And so it could be that you are suffering from some of these same kinds of things. It may be that you've used different words. You've said maybe you have cabin fever. You feel cooped up. You feel lethargic. You feel bored. You feel irritable. Maybe you're easily angered at what your little brother or your little sister or your mom or your dad are doing. It could be that you're angry at the closing and the why is this happening to me, as if all of the country has shut down just for you. Um, in all of this, for some of you, it's really specific. So you're maybe a senior in high school, and you're like, "Why is my prom canceled?" Or you're an athlete, and you're like, "Why is my season canceled? I'm not getting to play the very thing that I love." I wore my favorite jersey because I miss watching the Bundesliga and watching professional soccer. It's not available to me right now. There are just so many relational patterns and things that we love and hobbies, things that are sort of taken away from us. And there's a need for us to recognize loss and to be able to offer a lament. You know, as you look through the scriptures, one of the books of the Bible that is maybe lesser read in this modern day is the book of Lamentation. As Jeremiah, who sometimes gets referenced as the weeping prophet, cries out for something that's lost. And there is an appropriate response to loss. I was talking today with a man whose father-in-law has just passed away of cancer just last month. And he was talking about how for the first time he had gone and had grilled for the family on the grill that his father-in-law always used. And it caused him to notice his loss. For me, I met somebody who one of their children is named the same name as one of the children that I lost. There are so many things in our world that remind us of things that are lost. And I just want to speak to that because we're in a season where most of us have experienced some kind of loss. For some, it's very serious. Maybe it's a loss of a job. Or for others, maybe somebody gets sick and dies in this pandemic, and your loss is a person. In this time, it is appropriate and necessary for us to grieve, for us to come before God and say, "Hey, God, I miss this. This for me is a variety of pain." Now, they may vary in severity, but one of the things that's important for us is for us to be honest with ourselves. When I experience emotion and I try to hide it, or I try to stuff it down, or I try to pretend that I'm not feeling it, it comes out in other ways. And so it could be that you're irritable because you haven't grieved. It could be that you're bored because you haven't been honest with the fact that literally all of the things you normally do have been temporarily taken away from you. It could be that you're angry because in fact you're sad. And so Ignite, I just want to invite you to spend a little time lamenting. Now, lamenting is different than complaining, and I do want to make that clarification before I set you free to go do this. When I complain, I'm not thankful. When I complain, I am in fact sort of embracing the pain and maybe actually trying to push it off and cause it to others. When I lament, I simply sit and cry. Hey, God, God, I really enjoyed getting to see my students as they walked into the classroom and getting to hear about the things going on in their lives. And as a school teacher, I lament the loss of the interaction, that fresh, individual, daily, class period by class period interaction. I've lost that. And I'm getting an occasional email, and I know that I still love my students, and I think they still love me. But I lament the loss of that interaction. I'm not complaining about it. I can't change our circumstances. And I don't think we should change our circumstances because of my loss. But I'm honest with myself, and I'm honest before God to say I feel loss these days. And so I want to ask you, have you taken time, just in the shift of your schedule? One of the things I've noticed is as I actually have chunks of time that I didn't used to have. Take one of them. Slip away, get quiet with God, and spend a little time weeping before the Lord. Spend a little time in lament. Hey, God, I miss seeing my friends as much as I do. And God, I genuinely love my friends, and I want to pray for them, but I also want to lament that I feel a loss. Ignite, as we are honest before God and we mourn, one of the great promises that we have is there in Matthew chapter 5. Blessed are they who mourn. They shall be comforted. It is in that time of honest lament that we're able to receive from God the comfort that we long for. It's in those moments of honesty as we lament, God, I miss this interaction. I miss this activity. I miss this reality. As we're honest with God in those ways, it gives us a chance to receive his comfort. It gives us a chance to pray for those people that are in the story and to love them in a new way. It's different because the loss is still real, but it invites us to participate with God honestly in a real situation. And as we lament and as we mourn and as he comforts us, the amazing sort of side effect is it will resolve some of your boredom. It will resolve some of your irritability. It may remove some of your anger, because the pain that is wept over, the pain that is genuinely mourned, the pain that is released in lament can be healed. Once healed, it will no longer be the throbbing wound that's causing you to fight with your little brother. It will no longer be the throbbing wound that causes you to complain about every little thing about distance learning at your school, which is actually your house now. It's an opportunity to walk with God in a season that's different. Ignite, find some time, get alone, sit before God, and weep the tears that need wept, lament the things that are lost, and receive God's healing in this time. I'm going to continue to offer things to you as the Lord shows them to me. I'd love to hear what you're doing. I'd love for you to send back to me a video reply of how God met you in your time, of how maybe you got a chance to lament and to mourn and to be comforted. I hope to see that, and I hope that God meets you richly in this time. Ignite, I love you guys. I miss you. I look forward to seeing you soon.